This is Operation Austin City Limits. This is the real Japan Turn 3. With Japan's money, we're buying an airbase, a factory, 2 artillery, a tank, an infantry, a transport, and spending 1 on tech, because that's what we rolled. Okay. I have a few attacks. They're all in the south. And we can see all that. All right. So, the fleet that's in Sea Zone P-38, the Philippines, it's a battleship. They're going to move 39, 48 into 52. So that's a battleship, a cruiser, a destroyer, a sub. We're also going to bring in a tank and an infantry. Okay, now we're going to attack the submarine in P-47. We're going to take a destroyer from P-36. It's going to go P-37, 38 into 47, along with 3 fighters. 1, 2, 3. They have 1 move left. Let me find that. Okay, attacking the destroyer and the Celebes. I'm going to take 3 fighters from the aircraft carrier in 36, 37, 38 into 46. They're going to have 1 move left. All right. So how was I attacking that one? Okay, attacking the destroyer in Sea Zone 51. I want to do that, or do I really care about him? No, I'm not going to do that. All right. Everything else is kind of a non-combat move, except I am taking the artillery. Artillery off of Japan, the infantry off of Iwo Jima. That's 1, 2, going into P-36 and taking Wake Island. I am taking 3 infantry off of Japan and going into Guam. I am going to, everything else is non-combat. So, let's take this, put it like this. Okay. So there is no AA on the battleship that you have. So you have a 4. I have a battleship. I have a cruiser. I have a destroyer. And I have a sub. My sub does get a first strike. And it missed. I got 1 hit with the cruiser. The battleship rolls back. It missed. So the battleship is now damaged. It goes from a 4 to a 2. I still have my first strike with the sub. It hit. So the battleship's gone along with that transport. Now we got to do the land battle. I got a 3 and a 1 against your 2. The 3 hit. The 2 and the 1 missed. So I take Sumatra. From the British. So the British go down 2. Japanese go up 3. We're up to 49. Okay, we've got 3 3s and a 2 against your sub. My 2 is a destroyer. 3 3s and a 2 against your sub. We can roll this all at once. Now your sub cannot hit my planes. But I got 2 3s. And the destroyer let those 3s hit. So that sub is gone without a hit back. You haven't taken any new territory. I got 3 3s against your 2 for the destroyer in C zone. Well, off of 46, P46 off of Celebes. So 3 3s against your 2. You got a hit and I got a hit. Finally shut down one of my planes. Could have brought a destroyer in there too. That's okay. Okay. So that's it, I believe, for all my combat. I already did this. We went up to, hold on now, we got Guam and Wake Island. They're not worth anything, but they're worth NOs. Make sure I mark these. Okay, let me put the camera back to where it was. All right, we can see the Somme. I'm going to take care of the Caroline Islands first. The 3 aircraft carriers are going to come back to P38, which is just off of the Philippines. I've got 2 fighters in 46 and 2 fighters in 47. 3 fighters in 47 are going to land on the aircraft carriers. 2 fighters from Caroline Islands. 1 is going to fly to the Philippines. The other one's going to land on the aircraft carrier. The battleship, cruiser, 2 destroyers, and sub will move back to the Philippines. Okay. Going back up to here. I'm going to take an aircraft and an air transport out of Japan. Go 1 into P14. P22 is 2. Shantung is 3. Honan is 4. Hape is 5. And drop 2 infantry there. And then he's going to land back into Fucking. 2 infantry from Fucking will rail up to the hell is that? Hopei. 1 infantry from Hunan will move into Hopei. 2 tanks will drive up to Hopei. Actually, the air they'll stay there. 2 fighters from Fucking and 5, 6, 7 tactical will move to Hong Kong. Got 1, 2 fighters and a tactical out of J-Ho will fly 1, 2, 3 into Hong Kong. Check that out a little later. Okay, the 2 infantry in Dornagobi will move to Amur. Wait a second. Yeah. We'll move to Manchuria. 2 infantry and artillery will move to Manchuria. 1 infantry from Amur will move to Siberia. The 1 infantry will move to Buryatia. 1 infantry will move to Saka, and the rest will move back to Manchuria, along with an artillery, an AA gun, and a mech. Okay, so actually 1 infantry has to stay in Dornagobia. Buryatia's not worth anything. I'll go down there. Sorry I'm talking to myself, but it'll all make sense when I'm all done. Okay, so Russia goes down 2 more. Japan goes up 2 more. Let's chip in this right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now got everything laid out, everything's right. Got to put down. The air base is going to go into Hong Kong. Actually, I'm going to chip these planes out right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sorry, this is dead silence, I know. Terrible radio, but I want to make sure I get it right. So, the airbase went down in Hong Kong. The factory is going to go into Hong Kong. No, Shantung. If I put it in Shanghai. Put it in Jiangsu, which is Shanghai. 2 artillery are going to go into Fuking, along with a tank. Infantry and transport. Infantry will go into Japan. Transport will go into P-14. So, let's break out the book. Okay. I'm going to double check these, but Japan is at 51 on the income tracker. $51 on the income tracker. 3 if it has any of these. Guam, Midway, and Wake. I have Wake and Guam, so that's another $6. Okay. Honolulu, San Francisco, no. All right, so I have Sumatra, Borneo, and Celebes, and they're worth 3 each. So that's another 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All Chinese territories, no. War, no. Okay, that's all my NOs. So, 51 and 6 is 57. $66 the Japanese collect for the next turn. I'll do my troop dispositions now. Oh, on Wake Island, I have a transport and an artillery with a. I have an artillery and infantry with a transport. Yeah, that transport's going to die. I didn't think of that. Oh well. Yeah, Wake Island was a mistake. Okay. Wake Island, I have a transport. At Wake Island, I have an artillery and an infantry with a transport in 26. Guam, I have a 3 infantry with a transport in 29. In Japan, I have 3 AA guns with an infantry. In Siberia, I have 1 infantry. In Sakha, I have 1 infantry. In Manchuria, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, 2 artillery, and a mech. In Dornagobi, I have 1 infantry. In, what is this? Hopei, I have 2 tanks, 1 mech, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery, 15, 16, 17 infantry. In Fukane, I have 2 artillery, a tank, and 2 air transports. They're actually bombers now. Well, no, they are air transports. I just used them. I just used 1. Okay, In Hong Kong, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters and 8 tactical. Okay. Where did this guy come from? Oh, Hong Kong, 1 infantry. Caroline Islands, I have 1 AA gun. In the Philippines, I have 1 fighter with 2 infantry. In that sea zone, I have 3 aircraft carriers, 2 transports, 3 aircraft carriers with 6 fighters, 2 transports, 2 destroyers, a cruiser, a battleship, and a sub. On Celebes, I have an infantry. On Borneo, I have an infantry. On Sumatra, I have a tank and an infantry. In the Sea Zone 47, P-47 by Borneo, I have a destroyer. In Sea Zone P-52, I have a tank, a battleship, a cruiser, a destroyer, and a sub. In Sumatra, I have a tank and an infantry. I think that's all my troops. And I think I'm done for tonight. Good night.